Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, please like and subscribe if this content is for you. Today we're going to talk about candle magic, and I'm going to just tell you how I do it. I don't read witchcraft books, or I have, but it's very rare. I have a lot of books. I get a lot of books for gifts, but the way I do my candle magic is by intuition. And I did write down, because I keep my own book where I write down what works for me and what doesn't work for me, what colors of candles I use, what type of candles, how I dress a candle, how I prepare it, how I set my intentions for that candle. So today I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how that works. And this is the way I do it. I mean, you can read 100 books. They're going to tell you 100 different ways to do things. I am not Wiccan. I don't follow how they do things. I am not, I don't follow any form of witchcraft. I think I told you before in another video, I follow a pagan spirituality, an earth-based spirituality. And I blend, so I guess you could call me an eclectic pagan, and maybe a traditional one, because a lot of the things I've learned from my grandmothers. Even Christians can use prayer candles and take the magic part out of it. It's all your intention. You know, just like someone will light a candle at church to send a prayer or for healing. It's kind of the same principle. I use a lot of candles, and I used to make candles all the time. Now I do follow the wheel of the year. You know, I follow the spring, like the spring equinox, the fall equinox, the summer solstice, the winter solstice. I do make candles for those four, what are my holidays. Like our Christmas / Yule, winter solstice. I create a Yule log, and I wrap it with sage and cedar and cinnamon sticks, and I wrap the cord around, and the kids put their wishes in there, and we burn it. And we do have a winter solstice candle that we burn, and we leave it burn until it burns out. So we do a little candle blessing to bring blessings to our family. All right, so let's get with it. So first off, candles. Now these are 4-inch tall. They call them birthday color candles. Their burn time is 1.5 hours. I find that these burn pretty quickly. This is what one looks like. I bought the little holders also at Amazon. Okay, so when you get them, there's some missing because during the spring equinox and the full moon last month fell within 2 days of each other. I blessed some of the candles that I'll be using during the spring. But this is what it looks like. In this box, I got this at Amazon. You get 100 candles, and they're all different colors. So I'll go through some of the, let me just look. Okay, so there's those kind of candles. This kind of candle I would use if I was doing a healing spell, money spell. These burn pretty quickly. They can be watched. You know, you always have to have safety in mind, fire safety. These little holders are at Amazon as well. I think it was like $3. And I don't remember what the candles were. I'll try to look it up and tell you. If they're maybe 10 bucks for a box of 100. Also, you can get these jar candles at Dollar Tree. And you can add, I'll explain that better, but you can add oils and herbs to it and put your intentions in it, draw symbols on the sides of it, whatever you want to do. You can use little candles like this, and I usually dress them, and I'll explain what dressing means in a bit. Little candle holder. This one's already scented. This is bayberry scent. I use these around Christmas time for healing. You can also use floating candles, and if you have a jacuzzi or whatever, and you can always add some oils on the top of it to enhance your wishes. You can get a bowl like this. I found this at Goodwill, and a lot of times I put water in it, and I set a jar candle like that in the center, so there's no danger of it catching anything on fire. You can also fill it with colored water to enhance your spell, any color floating candle, and float them around so that they're enclosed. I also will fill that water and tilt a candle so that the wax drips in there, and see what kind of shapes to see, for scrying purposes, which that's part of divination, which I will cover eventually. So anyway, candle magic or candle prayers, whatever you want to call it, is all about intention. Everything that you do when you're creating something, or if you're going to do a spell or a circle or a prayer circle or a meditation circle, everything that you do is done with intention. So if you're working on a healing spell, the last thing you want to do is be letting your mind wander around all your daily problems, because it's energy. And that energy will go into the candle, and your spell won't work. Your prayer won't work. My grandmother used to say, never cook and think about your daily problems. Always cook with intention. When you're cooking, set your intention for, this is healing food. This, want to bring joy to people's lives to eat this food and stay healthy. Healthy intentions, because thoughts and moods, they're all energy. You don't want that energy going into the food. Same thing when you're preparing a candle. Write down if you have a spell that you already are using, or I usually write my own. I do have a book that I have spells that I've written that I use a lot. You want to keep thinking the entire time that you're doing the candle, preparing the candle. You want to make sure you're thinking about exactly what you're doing and throwing that intention into that energy, intention into the candle. So let's go over some colors. So white candle. It's all-purpose candle. I use this for an all-purpose candle. Also for healing, peace, protection. You can use that for them. And probably many other things. That's just what works for me. Pink. Love, romance, reconciliation. Also, I've used this for healing cancers, breast cancer to be specific. Red candle, sex magic, courage, determination, also passion, among other things. Orange candle. I like orange candles because they bring quick action. And if you want quick action, like Also, they bring creativity. If you're in a slump, send some healing through to yourself with an orange candle. But you can also use it in justice spells, or if you're going to a court hearing, orange candle for quick action, quick resolution. Yellow candle, charm, persuasion, new ideas, confidence, spells, new job, confidence to go get that interview. And this is a light green, but this is what came in the box. So green for abundance, money spells, success spells, good luck. Things you normally associate with green. Purple, spirituality, psychic manifestation, meditation, third eye work. This is good for healing your crown chakra and your third eye, opening your third eye. Great candle to use for meditation. Black candle. Everybody's afraid of black candles. I usually burn a black candle anytime that I meditate. Protection, banishing, cutting cords, removing negativity. Black candle absorbs the negativity and dissipates it. Great candle to have. I don't have a brown candle, but brown candles is for grounding lost objects. It's an earth color. Good for that. Gray candle brings great balance to a situation, neutralizes negativity. Gold candle. Gold candle is great for if you're doing god or goddess work. Also for wealth and success and prosperity with material items. So there's that. So okay, so now you got your candle. Let's say you're going to do a healing candle. Alright, so what do you do first? Well, you write your spell, or you get a spell from a book, or you can go online and search for a spell for healing. So say we want to send healing say for breast cancer. Okay, to enhance the medicine they're already getting. You want to send them healing. You want to burn that in their honor. So you take your pink candle. Mortar and pestle, if you have it. Or, hey, one of those La Machine things, just grinders. Grind it up. So now you want to choose your herbs. Now, everybody's different on this. So, I keep my herbs in these little baskets. I do buy them in bulk. These little, it's easy. They're all labeled. I think you can get these at Amazon. I'm not sure where I don't remember where I got this. So you want, if you don't know a lot about herbs, these are really, these were from Amazon. These are helpful. They're by Lisa's Creations. And she puts little, like, sage, fertility, immortality, healing, health, protection, wisdom, wishes. So let's put a little bit of sage in there. So we're going to learn how to dress a candle, okay? So there's a little bit of sage. So we don't want love and luck. We don't want love and magic. Here's another healing. This is nettle leaf root. And just for time's sake, so this video is not lasting forever. That's what we're going to use. So we're sprinkling a little bit of that. We're putting it into the mortar, pestle and mortar and pestle. Oh my God. Grind it up. Now, as you're grinding it, this is what you want to think. you know, heal this person. Say this person's name's Mary. Heal Mary, and you just grind in those intentions. Keep your mood level. Usually before I start, I either sage or I like to use cedar to cleanse my area. And I usually don't do my candles here in my soap room. This is my soap room, my craft room. It's a mess right now. I just got new shelves for my birthday, put them up, and I'm reorganizing. And I'll show you guys after I get it done. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so this is the candle. I'm gonna pour this out on, I just use a plastic plate, and I make it about the length of the candle. Alright, so oils. Now, you have to be careful. You can use essential oils for, you know, for fragrance, but get a book on magical properties of herbs. I go by feel, but to dress a candle, you basically want to put an oil that corresponds with what kind of work you're trying to do. So lavender is very healing. So I'm gonna, if I have some lavender oil, okay, so lavender oil. Now I'm not gonna put that full strength right onto the candle. Okay, excuse me a minute, let me grab a little cup. Okay, so I got one of these little cups. That's what I put my fragrance oils in when I'm making soap. So you want to get a carrier oil, and I usually use olive oil, but I'm out of olive oil. Everything's coming in the mail because I order oils because I make soap. I order oils in bulk, and I'm completely out, and shipping has been crazy. Let's just go with that. Shipping's been crazy. All right, so I'm using sweet almond oil because you don't, some essential oils have a low flash point, and you do not. Flash point means the point of where it will implode and catch on fire. Now wax, when it's melting, it gets to be, you know, you don't, okay, so you don't want to put oil by your wick when you're dressing your candle, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple different ways. So here's the oil, the carrier oil, which I'm using almond oil. And here's the lavender oil. All right, now I put like 10 drops in there. Ooh, smells good. All right, so let me grab a glove because I usually do this in my kitchen. I have a little paintbrush that I use, but since actually, hold on, I'll be right back. Like I said, stuff's piled up everywhere. Alright, so you want to avoid putting it right on the wick because you don't want the candle just immediately catching on fire. So let me bring this up where you can see it. So, oh, can you see that? Let me turn this upside down. Stick it up there. There we go. So dip it in there. Now with this intention, when when you're mixing it and that, we're gonna help whatever I said her name was, Mary, with her breast cancer to enhance her healing. So dip the paintbrush in, put it on your candle. Try not to have it to where it's dripping. Okay, so we did that. Ooh, that smells so good. Now, the herbs that you ground up, you're going to roll your candle into the herb mixture. So that is a dressed candle. Now, what I usually do is I have a little wire in my kitchen, like where I dry my herbs out. I pin the wick to that, and I just let that sit while I prepare for the rest of the spell. And then you're going to stick that in the candle. I don't know, depending on how you do, I usually surround it with, in this case, if Mary existed, I would do rose quartz and surround it with that, meditate on it, light the candle, say my little spell, and be done with it. Another way you can dress candles, like say in the case of a glass candle. All right, so you don't want to like pour oil on the top of this because it could catch fire. So, but wax, when it's melted, like wax melts and things of that nature, is not usually at a flash rate. So you can take whatever, I'm using scissors, and do little holes. Okay? Pour, I'm not going to ruin this candle. Pour your oils in. Take your herbs that you mashed up, pour them on the top. You can put sigils on the side of this, healing. If you know Reiki or Reiki symbols, because I do have a Reiki candle that I send distant healings, and the Reiki symbols are on. Also, a lot of times people say, oh, you cannot reuse a candle once you lit it. If you have one of these little candle snuffer, and as you can see, there's wax around it. If you need to snuff out a candle because say something came up and you need to leave the house and the candle has not burnt the whole way, or as you're creating the candle, you can set the intention. I'm going to burn this for 1 hour each day, and I'm going to snuff it out, and it'll still send the energy that I put into this candle the next time I light it. I have a candle that the goddess that I follow, I have a candle that I buy every quarter that I use anytime. When I take a bath, I always do my meditations, and that is when I do my goddess work and my goddess meditations. So I have crystals on my little altar in there. It's a little table, goes across my bathtub. The picture of it's in the intro where it says sacred space. And I have a candle devoted to her. And when I set the candle, when I devote it to her, when I want to work with her, I already set the intention that I use my candle snuffer to snuff it out, but it'll still hold the same energy. And every time I light it, it is for that purpose, in honor of that goddess. my mom has an angel altar. She calls it her angel altar that I made for her. And I'm charging my phone. I'm going to try to get some footage and see if I can figure out how to knit it together from my phone onto here. If not, I'll figure it out one day. But anyway, she lights candles for her friends, and she calls on Archangel Michael or Archangel Raphael to send them healing to enhance her candle, and I make her candles for her. And with her candles, I don't use the oil and the herbs. I use holy water from her church and dress the candle with that. And I stand with her. She sets the intention, and she mostly does all her candles for prayers for family members and her friends and for healing. So I hope this was informative. I kind of feel weird because, you know, I see all the the Instagram witches and what they do, but I do consider myself a witch. Everybody call, you know, Mountain Witch Christine. That nickname came from my dad because I've always been a healer, and I know plants and what works and how to make tinctures, and always meditating out in the woods, you know. So my dad called me the Little Mountain Witch, and that's where the nickname came from. Because he always used to tell me, make me up one of your concoctions so I'll feel better, you know, when he wasn't feeling well. So that's a little bit of candle magic. That's how I do mine. I said, you know, like I said, let's go over it. You pick your color, set your intention. Everything that you do to that candle, do it with intention of what the candle is for. Do a circle. If you're one, you know, if you need to pull a magic circle, open your circle, your work area, circle of crystals to enhance it, or nothing at all. Just make sure it's in a candle holder. Always practice fire safety. If you're using one of these little things, I have a ceramic bowl. It's like a serving bowl that I got at Goodwill, and I have sand in it. And I just stick the holder down in the sand. That way, you know, even if it would fall over, it's in the sand. It won't catch on fire. Be mindful of fire safety. And that's it. I hope this video was informative. If you have any questions, leave them down in the description box below. And I hope that was informative. I mean, later on, I'm a little nervous talking about stuff like this. So later on, maybe I can share some of my spells, you know, after you learn some of the basics. Even if you're an advanced witch, it doesn't hurt to see how other people do things, you know. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them down in the comment section below. That's all I got for you. I mean, I hope it was informative, and I hope that it made sense. I can put the color correspondence, and maybe I'll put a couple herbs and stuff that correspond with different things that you want to do, if that would be helpful. And maybe try to find some books. I mean, there's plenty of books on Amazon or at the library on candle magic, and you can read up on them. I mean, I don't have a book on candle magic, so I go by what works for me. So that's it. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe, and bye for now.